Hi, I'm Clay Carlino and I do stuff, and this week I'm doing all sorts of stuff. So I just got in from working outside, like about an hour and a half ago, about an hour and a half ago. So I'm rebuilding my steps. I know you don't care that I'm rebuilding my steps, but we've got steps on the side, and in order to get around the house, we needed steps. There used to be just bushes there. I cleared them out, and then I stacked some cinder blocks, and it was fine for a while, but I hadn't really done it right, and I always intended to do it right, but then I just didn't. And we got some music happening here. All right. So, yeah. Gee, I wondered where it was coming from. I thought it was coming from the TV. It was sitting here charging. So, yeah, this is my background music. So, we can put that right there. All right, so I think that's good. Oh, wait, I'll turn it down just a little. Okay, so anyway, they had just been stacked, and that was fine for about a year or so, and then they started to kind of shift and move, and then they just became downright unsafe. So I've been pouring new concrete. I built a wood frame. I mean, it's a ridiculous design. I don't recommend it, and no, I didn't actually shoot it because I don't think that I want people to see the process I went through for this one. So anyway, the point is, I know it's a long story, but so it started raining and downpouring, and actually all of our power went out, so we weren't even sure if we were going to have power for this live stream. And my hat is wet. I'm wearing it right now because that's what I do. I put on the hat when I'm doing the videos, but the hat is soggy and it's kind of unpleasant to wear. So I'm just gonna kind of toss this aside, and I'm gonna wear my backup hat for as long as I can stand. So there we go. I've got my backup hat. So, oh my gosh, Tracy is here. So, wait a minute here. Okay, now, I'm Kyoji and Canadian Ranger. I don't want to ignore you, but you have to understand, I've been trying to get Tracy to tune in to one of these live streams for months. So, I think that I need to give out a Alright, so that is Flight of the Bumblebee, and Bumblebee managed to close the lid on the camera. Thank you, Bumblebee. So, anyway, that was a toast to you, Tracy, for actually joining in, and now this one is for Kyoji, and then there's going to be another one for Canadian Ranger. So that's for you, Canadian Ranger, and of course for you, Kyoji. Oh, that's some good bug juice. So our theme is bugs tonight, okay? And apparently Viking helmets. But yeah, we're doing the Insecticons, and yeah, Action Mass. Kyoji knows his stuff, okay? So, yeah, we figured if we were doing Flight of the Bumblebee, then, see, that's perfect right there. Then we had to have Flying Bumblebee, and no Bumblebee flies better than Action Master Bumblebee with his helicopter pack. So yes, this is another toast to Kyoji, because Kyoji always knows his stuff. That's gonna get me messed up. I mean, if it were an adult beverage, which I'm not saying that it is, because we might have viewers under 21. And if you are a viewer under 21, then this is the special limited edition Kool-Aid that was done for the 2016 Ghostbusters.
Aw, shit. What's up, you motherfucker?
Well, if you're under 21, you know what? You shouldn't be watching this anyway. So, Action Master Power Rangers. Yeah, you know what? Bumblebee was kind of a thing. So I wanted, before we get started with the Insecticons, I wanted to touch on a topic that we were talking about last week. Now, last week we talked about Warpath and Kablam, and Warpath. This is my favorite version of Warpath. This is the deluxe version of Warpath, and I forget what year this one came out. Excuse me. Oh gosh. Yeah, there we go. So, but this is a really, really good version, and then this one came out during Combiner Wars, and Selena's here. Okay. Ixnay on the F-word way, way. Yes. So, anyway, so this one came out during Combiner Wars. This is actually a slight retool of a small version of Megatron that they had done previously. And you know, it's not a bad toy, and I'm gonna show it here. Last week we didn't have him, and so Monica found him for a very reasonable price. And so we're just going, yeah, and I'm not gonna do the whole spiel where I try to show you every step, but he transforms like that, and so there you go. That is the Combiner Wars Warpath, and let's go ahead and go over to the super close on this.
Hello there.
So we've got super close, and you know, it's not a bad mold at all. Okay, you know, the details are nice. He's got the cannon on his arm, which is a real departure for Warpath, but the colors are great, the details are great. And obviously the tank mode has a rotating turret, and you can elevate it. So that's very cool. But I just have to say that, for one thing, as a Combiner Wars Legends class figure, ideally this guy should have had a gun mode. And he turns into a tank, so you would think that a gun mode would be easy to pull off, but of course, since he was just a retool of an earlier figure, that earlier figure didn't have a gun mode, which means this one also does not have a gun mode. And there's not even an obvious way to mod it to make it have a gun mode. You know, I may still work on that at some point, because it just seems like he should. But to get this, after this... I'm sorry. This one's the shizzle. And let me show you something else that I didn't even...
Oh, hell no.
No, really. So, here, I'm going to transform him very quickly. Well, you know, as quickly as, you know, I can here. So... And then we do the side things. I love the way the arms transform on this guy. You know, it's just very, very cool and effective. And here we go. And that flips around, and that flips around, and that closes. Okay, so we're this far in the transform. Okay, now, watch this. This is so cool. Are you ready for it? Are you ready? The head pops up automatically when you push in the turret. Huh? I'm gonna do it again. Yes! Yes, so that's just another reason why this character, this mold is fantastic. They're gonna have to work hard to beat this. You know, the only thing that I could see that they could do that would really improve it would be to give it a little bit better posability. But, you know, the design is great. It's just such a good version of the character. So, anyway.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
This is the way. And, you know, this is not a terribly comfortable helmet, but I'm going to try and keep it on. And, I see Joy is here. So, you know, Flight of the Bumblebee. Very good. I'm drinking the bug juice a little bit too quickly, but that's you know, sometimes you just have to. I mean, you know, that's what we do. So, Joy says hi, and Kyoji says hi, and Canadian Ranger, hi, and I don't think I'm going to be drinking Pepto until after this live stream. So, anyway, tonight's topic is all about the Insecticons, and not just the Insecticons. So, but we're going to talk about other bug-based bots as well. Now, here's the thing. It would be really easy to go into, you know, to pull out a whole bunch of Beast Wars figures, because Beast Wars, of course, had a decent amount of creepy crawlies, but I feel like that's cheating a little bit. So maybe later on, we'll do another insect-based, and we'll roll in the Beast Wars era bug bots, but you know, we are going to get a little bit of Beast Wars because there was one actually called Insecticon, and you know, I mean, if he's going to be called Insecticon and we're doing Insecticons, then we gotta do Insecticons.
Roger, roger.
So, before we get into the Insecticons, let's go ahead and go over to our other camera. Whoops, we got the super close lens on, and figure out what tonight's secret word is. And for, now, I'm not sure why, but Monica thought that it would be a good idea if the secret word was no, no, no. I feel like I should be worried about that, but nonetheless, when I say no multiple times, apparently with a horrified expression on my face, then it's probably a good time for me to drink. So, yes, creepy crawlers.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I guess that means that I have to drink. I haven't even looked at my glass. Oh, we got... I didn't even notice. We've got Dr. Mrs. the Monarch on our glass, which is awesome. Wait, here, this deserves super close, because Dr. Mrs. the Monarch, is it wrong? Oh, wait, here. Gotta have the lens there. Dr. Mrs. the Monarch is a hot cartoon character. I'm sorry, but you know, she's got it going on. And by the way, Monica, if you ever want to dress as Dr. Mrs. the Monarch, I'm okay with that, and with a tragic voice. But you get used to it, you really do. So so yeah, I didn't even notice that. How did I not notice Dr. Mrs. the Monarch? And I want everybody else to see Dr. Mrs. the Monarch, but I kind of want to stare at her myself. This is for you, Internet. Yeah. Dr. Mrs. the Monarch. So anyway, let's start with the Insecticons, the original 3, and I have a great set here. I do have original Insecticons, but mine are not nearly as nice a shape as the commemorative reissues, and I love this set. This is just such a well done set. Take a look at that. It is gorgeous. Let's go ahead and I'll show them on this. So this was available in Toys R Us as an exclusive, if I remember correctly. And oh gosh, it wasn't even all that expensive. I think that it was like, what, $30? So $30 for 3 characters that, these are regular sized Transformers. They would have been packaged similarly to Blue Streak or Prowl or any of the Autobot cars. And so to get all 3 of them for like $30, I mean, that's a good deal. And you have, the packaging is gorgeous. You have some beautiful box art here. And more really nice looking artwork on the side. And then of course you have more of the same artwork over here. Some stuff. Then you have this whole panel here that opens up here, and you get pictures of the toys in both modes with information about them. And what I love about this package is that I can open it without destroying it, which is really, really nice. So I am going to attempt to open it without destroying it. I have opened them before. I just don't want to now destroy them. So you just slide out the tray, you open the top and slide out this inner tray, and we'll set that there. And look, I even still have the instructions, and it came with stickers. I never put on the stickers. I might put on a Decepticon symbol if it needs it, but I never liked the stickers because they don't stay nice, and they never go on quite straight. I'm not a big sticker fan. So here we go. You have this top tray, and then let's take a look at Kickback. Oh my gosh, he's gorgeous.
Insecticons, transform!
So yeah, you know what? It's appropriate. I'm not using my teeth, Canadian Ranger. Okay? No. No. Yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll say it one more time. No. And here we go. All right. So Kyoji got this set, and your figures are in your nephew's care. Okay, I hope you trust that nephew. And Kyoji, if your nephew damages these, I'm just saying, okay, respect the Insecticons. So, anyway, I'm not actually advocating violence. Kyoji, don't beat on your nephew. But nonetheless,
that's who you'll be from now on, cup shitface.
I am so glad that we've got those quotes. Tracy is never going to let Selena watch one of our live streams again. So this is Kickback, and I'm going to go to the super close so that you can really appreciate how nice this figure looks. Let's put his antenna up. He really does look great. It's so shiny, and the clear parts are just nice and pristine. The paint is great, and he's such an interesting character anyway. The grasshopper mode really works on this guy. I think of all of the Insecticons, he is probably the one that looks most buggy. and I love it. And you know, and I love the split arm here, the way that they achieved that. I love the details on the legs. So and he's so shiny that every now and then the light off of him makes my camera kind of fritz out. So yeah, let's go ahead and transform him. And the transforms on the Insecticons was always pretty simple. So we're going to... Now, I know that in the commercials they used to show him with his wings down. That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, you put his wings up. His wings go up! Sorry. And then you put the front legs together to form the arms, and then you rotate those down just like that. And then you rotate this down just like that. And then you fold up the grasshopper kick legs, you know, the long legs in the back, and just kind of reposition them just like that. And then you rotate the head around. Ooh, his head is tight. Okay, wait here. There we go. There we go. And so there, look at him. He looks great, and he's also got a gun, which you can give him his gun. So let's go to the super close. So this is kickback. I wonder if that's some other problem with that camera, because you know, I'm not sure that it's just because of the light. I don't know. Hopefully my cheap camera isn't breaking down on me. I would hate to have to spend another $20 on a new cheap camera. So anyway, his robot mode is awesome. You know, of the Gen 1 Transformers, some of their robot modes were sometimes a little bit questionable, but his robot mode really does look great. And of course, the clear pieces really, really sparkle. Just everything about Kickback is excellent. And as Gen 1 toys go, sure, he doesn't really have a lot of posability. Most Gen 1 toys did not. He's got a little articulation here in the shoulder. You know, you can't really get an elbow joint, and very oftentimes the limbs here get a little bit loose because those rivets just don't hold tension. But nonetheless, he really does make for a great toy. See, once you can even see here how his arm just kind of wants to split. You know, and that's the life of a Gen 1 Transformers toy. So yeah. So this Kickback, this is your favorite Insecticon, isn't it? Yeah. And you know what? He's a good choice for favorite Insecticon. He would be a good choice for favorite Transformer. And I know that when my friend Don used to play with his Insecticons, they would actually... I don't know how they did this, okay? I wouldn't be doing this. But they would actually trap bumblebees in the chest compartments. How do you do that without getting stung? But nonetheless, yeah, they would put bumblebees in the chest because that's the kind of kid that Don was. So anyway, hard shell, really Canadian Ranger. So that's one of the deluxe Insecticons. Okay, well, you know what? I tip my hat to you, Canadian Ranger. I never got the deluxe Insecticons. You know, they just weren't as cool looking to me. The fact that they, you know, the regular Insecticons shared the cool silver, black, and purple color scheme. You know, they looked like they were part of a group. And also it probably helped that the deluxe Insecticons never appeared in the show. I don't think they made any appearances in the comic books except maybe as background characters. They just, you know, I would love to see them revisit the deluxe Insecticons, except in a, you know, in kind of a Gen 1, like, normal Insecticon look. Make them look like part of the team. Because the only thing better than 3 Insecticons is 7 Insecticons. So that would be awesome. And Joy says that she had a flying dragonfly with flapping wings that they rode on. Okay, so Monica is doing a little bit of research. Oh, you're not? Let's see. Joy's talking about sectars. Sectars. Okay. I vaguely remember sectars. I didn't have any sectars. When I was a kid, I had to choose what toy line I was going to obsess over, and obviously the choice was Transformers. So, you have sectars. Okay, well, then Monica has sectars. Maybe sometime we'll show some sectars. So, anyway, that is Kickback, and we will set him aside for now, because we need to get out Bombshell. I love Bombshell. Bombshell is so cool. I love his beetle mode. He's just such a neat looking whatever. Now, this is one thing that bothered me when I was a kid. I never understood why the legs had to have wheels on them. I mean, they're legs. They don't roll. They're not vehicles. Why do they have wheels? He's got wheels for reasons. But let's go to the super close. Really appreciate the splendor of Bombshell. Yeah, I don't think that that's because of the light. I think that my camera's fritzing. So, we might have to invest in a new camera. It could happen. It is sad. It is sad. But once again, the colors on these are fantastic. It's such a good scheme. The yellow accents really pop. The shiny silver, you just don't get shiny silver like this anymore. And I guess it's because apparently the plastic that they would use for the shiny silver parts is more brittle than the normal plastic, and so it can snap, and then you could have a sharp edge, and then shiv a bitch. So Americans don't want their children shivving a bitch. So, really? Just because I, talked about small children shivving each other? Alright. This is the black box. Take that away. Okay, so it's gonna be bugs. It's gonna be bugs, right? Everybody knows it's gonna be bugs. Oh no! Oh no! I didn't know it was gonna be bad. I'm used to these. These are. Oh. Wait a minute. I did say no. I'm gonna need a lot of this. I don't even want to touch this. That is here, you can have that back. Let's just go to the super close. So this is what, I guess I have to touch it. I have to touch it. It's still got the face. It's still got a face, everyone. Look at that. What the hell am I looking at here? A giant water bug? You got a giant water bug? It's still got appendages. Oh no.
This is some fucked up repugnant shit.
It is. Oh. I don't wanna. Is this what I get for saying, that children might shiv each other? Apparently it is. I need to get in the proper frame of mind here. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, this is terrible. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Peanut buttery goodness? Really? The Krispy Kreme of bugs. Okay, wait. Joy, wait here. I'm gonna toast you. I'm not just doing this to stall. I'm toasting Joy for her witty retort. Joy says, the Krispy Kreme of bugs. I've almost finished that up, which is good. I need that. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready? I'm just gonna do this.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Strangely enough, it does have a little bit of a peanut butteriness. Wow. Every layer of this bug is in here. Yeah. That is. Are we ready? Yeah, you know what, Canadian Ranger, Pepto is in my future. Well, I feel like I have done my duty. I'll just let you have this. If you need to finish that for me, I don't mind. Just saying. She's trying it. She is trying it. Slim Jims, yeah, Slim Jims. I mean, oh boy, that would have been a bad punishment. Slim Jims. So there we go. I'm gonna wash this down with a little bit of this. Wait, there's still a little bit. There's nothing really chewy in that. There's a lot of crispy, flat bits. What are you looking at? It's got a stinger. It's got a stinger. I gotta show the stinger. Okay. I thought I would have eaten the stinger. Oh, the stinger's in the front? Oh, okay, the stinger's in the front. So let's go to the super close and look at that. That is the stinger. I didn't realize that giant water bugs had a stinger, but there it is. And that's the face. And yeah, we have had a lot more giant water bug than I ever thought that I would have. So, Canadian Ranger says, I got sour fruit gushers. Canadian Ranger, I think that you should be providing the punishment foods for me from now on, because I'm not allowing her to do it. Really? Okay, well, so I was gonna eat Bombshell here, but now that I know what he tastes like, I don't know that I want to eat him. So yeah, Bombshell, of course, looks great. Let's just go ahead and transform him, and he is very easy to transform. You flip the legs down, you tilt the rhinoceros beetle kind of thing up to expose, and you know, I kind of like to have this thing up. You can put it back and have it out of the way, but I kind of like having it there where it's always threatening, and then you fold the arms out just like that. You know, all of his joints are so tight. I love it. I just love it. And let's go to the super close, such as RC Cola. Yes. You know what? I've got some Coke Vanilla Zero. I haven't been having much caffeine, but you know what? I was tired and sore before I started this, so I grabbed a caffeinated beverage. Oh yeah, this needs refilled. So let's go to the super close and really appreciate Bombshell. He is a great looking figure, and look at the head sculpt on that. You know, he's got a very distinctive face. You know, even amongst Gen 1 Transformers, I can't think of anyone else that he looks like other than himself. And of course you have the little door in the front, which is also very tight. There we go. So, you know, you can trap a Bumblebee in there if that's important, and then it snaps shut. You know, I can't say enough about how much I love this color scheme. And you know, he's got decent legs. Posability on this guy is pretty limited. You've got the arms that can elevate at the shoulders, and that's pretty much it. You know, you can rotate the legs. You got a little bit of knee, so you know, I guess that's not too bad. That is not too bad. As Gen 1 characters go, you know, a lot of them, you're lucky to get the shoulders, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, Bombshell is, you're continuing to eat the water bug. Okay, so yeah, Bombshell, the original Beetleborg, Canadian Ranger, and so yeah, this is him. He looks great. He's such a good toy. My original Bombshell, I got secondhand. All of my Insecticons, I got secondhand, and so they had already been kind of beaten up by the time I got them. But I was glad to have them. But I'll tell you what, when I saw this commemorative series in the store, I could not pull out my pay card, my bank card fast enough. Okay, it was like, oh wait, you know, and you know what? My funds were a little bit limited back then, but it didn't matter. I didn't care if I didn't have food for the next day or so. I was getting the Insecticons, and obviously I lived, so I made the right choice. So
Ice Bear wants his money back.
Ice Bear is not getting his money back. So, and oh yes, there is a gun. He has a gun, and he even has a peg hole in his fist. So, you know, and the thing I like about his gun is that it looks like the end of his snoot. So, you know, that's cool. He had the Cerebro Shell thing going on. He was a great character. All three of the Gen 1 Insecticons were really, really well done in the show. They were very interesting and distinctive. So, finally, we have we have Shrapnel, who they have lost the rights. Hasbro has lost the rights to Shrapnel, so the new one is called Scrapnel. So yeah, this is Shrapnel, and he will forever be Shrapnel. He is a oh, I forget the name. It was a Kyoji. What kind of a bug is he? I know Kyoji's gonna know the answer. I just know it. Yes, he was. Oh gosh, and I was just reading the article about him. And I think that because I have had so much of this drink, which has magically refilled itself, I am already getting stupid. So, he is a stag beetle. That's it, stag beetle. Yes, he's a stag beetle. Canadian Ranger said Hercules beetle. Very interesting. I may have to just look up a Hercules beetle just to find out what they look like. Hercules beetle and images, and let's just go to the internet so that we can see. Those are terrible looking. Yeah, I kind of wish that they would have done a Hercules beetle, because that's a terrifying thing. Look at that. I mean, I don't know if that. Okay, who does that? Okay, nobody should do that. That's terrible. Don't do that. Get your hand out of there. Hercules beetle. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that they should make more Insecticons, and we need a Hercules beetle. So, stag beetle. Yes, Kyoji, you are correct. It is a stag beetle. And let's go to the super close. So, this is Shrapnel. And boy, he looks great. Look at the way his antenna just shine. He's got the little door here, and that one's the hardest one to trap a Bumblebee in. I remember Dawn talking about that. Because it's very tiny. I would not have been trapping bumblebees. His legs are a little bit phoned in. The bug legs are a little bit phoned in, but I don't care because he just looks cool. And so to transform him, you're going to extend the legs just like that. And then you're going to fold the feet out like that. And then you're going to fold in the insect legs behind him. And then you're going to split the antenna just like that to reveal the face. And he gets a waist pivot. So of all the Insecticons, I think that he has the most involved transform. And you've got some shoulder articulation, and you've got hip articulation, and you can point the toes because that's part of the transform. It's not terribly useful, but you can do it. Once again, looks fantastic. What a great looking toy. I wish that I would have had a new one of these when I was a kid, but even better, I've got a new one of these now. That's even better. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the super close. His cartoon incarnation looked a lot like the toy. And I think that's another thing that really helps the Insecticons, is that they looked like their cartoon counterparts. They didn't do much in the comic books, but definitely, this is a really nice looking figure. And a fantastic addition to my collection, and I am so glad that I bought. I can't say enough how glad I am that I bought the commemorative series when I did. And he also has a gun, and it's a cool gun, and it just clips over his hand. And gun looks good. Super close view of the gun. So there we go. And yeah, look at that. So. Those are the original Insecticons, and do I get a? I'm not sure if I trust this. Okay, well, it is a white box, so that is assured to be something that's not horrible unless we're just going to betray the trust of the white box. I don't think that Monica would betray the trust of the white box. So, I don't know what I did to deserve this. Maybe taking a big bite out of the water bug. Feels... Wow! I have a Bob Ross positive energy drink. Look at that. Okay, wait a minute here. I feel like we need to crack open a Bob Ross. Here, wait here, super close on this. So there he is in all of his glory. There is Bob Ross, and it is a positive energy drink. So let's just find out if Bob Ross's positive energy drink is positive. It let's see. It tastes a little bit like it's fizzy. The flavor is citrusy, and it's very fizzy. To be honest, it's very, very mild, very mild. So yeah. What was that? Is it blue? Is it blue? Oh, give me the little clear thing. The little clear thing. Yeah, there we go. Let's take a look and see just what Bob Ross... Oh yeah, it does look blue. So yeah, so this is kind of Smurf juice. There it is. And so I guess it's maybe like some kind of blueberry. Yeah, that's right. I just drank out of this even though there was a giant water bug in here. So, you know, there you go. Yeah, so Bob Ross energy drink. That should help counteract the effects of the Dr. Mrs. the Monarch bug juice that I've been drinking. So, yeah, that's the commemorative series Insecticons, which are just reissues of the original Gen 1 Insecticons. Fantastic set. I'm just... This is one of those things that if my house were on fire, I would race back in to try and grab because it's so good. So, you know what? Kyoji is very right. Romulan ale. Romulan ale. Kyoji, you are so on the ball. So, let's go ahead and let's switch things up a little bit. We'll go back 35-ish years. 37? Let's see, 1983. Okay, we are in 2020, so that would have been 37 years ago. So 1983 or maybe 1984. GoBots, of course, were big. GoBots came out a little bit before Transformers, and they were a successful... Here's what history doesn't like to talk about, but GoBots were huge when they came out. They were one of the top-selling toys in 1983. And with good reason, because they were actually really cool, and now I don't know if the ones that I'm talking about are 1983 or 1984, but I feel like they had poor marketing, and also there seemed to be kind of a lack of new toys after the first they introduced them. So there are a lot of things working against the GoBots, but we do have GoBots that weren't specifically insects, but they were insect-like, and so I thought I'd roll out some of these things. So the first guy that we're going to talk about is a guy named Scorp. And here, take a look at the super close. He's pretty cool. He's very unique looking. A very different kind of design than a lot of the GoBots. This is his robot mode. And this is the thing about the GoBot monsters, is that they didn't have nice, friendly-looking robot modes. They had monstrous robot modes. In fact, usually the robot modes were actually more bug-like than their alt mode. But you know, he's got the tail, and he's got sort of a stinger thing on his tail, and so that is him. Not a huge amount of posability. He does have more than the Insecticons. He's got kind of an elbow joint here, so you can see that, and he's got elbow joints there. For a guy named Scorp, the fact that he doesn't have functional claws really hurts him. I'm just gonna say it. I really like this guy, but I'm sorry, Machine Robo guys. You really should have given him like pinchers, and they did know how to do pinchers, as we will see shortly. But Scorp didn't get pinchers, and you know, come on, he's supposed to be some kind of scorpion thing. Scorpions, okay, they got a tail, they got the tail, and they've got pinchers. Okay, you know, look at Scorponok. Okay, he's got claws for hands, and he's got a big tail. Okay, when they did Scorponok, they knew what makes a scorpion with
Excellent!
And maybe the reason why this isn't called Scorpion is because they are only kind of half going for the Scorp thing. So they gave him half of a scorpion name, and he got the tail. I don't know. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and transform him. And we're going to rotate this around. And look, you know, he's got a great face. Okay, this is cool. This comes out of his chest. And then we rotate the arms up. And the tail kind of goes like that, and then I believe that the feet just go forward like this. So, you know, like most GoBots, a very simple conversion, but that's one of the things I liked about GoBots. You know, you go from robot mode to vehicle mode in a few quick steps, but they really change their identity. Oh, wait. Okay, you know what? I think that he's supposed to do something. No? Wait. Oh, okay. Maybe it was. I'm not sure. It seems like, you know, he's got these knee joints here, so it seems like maybe it's supposed to be something like that, and that makes a little bit of sense. So, although to be honest, I kind of like it. Forward, you know, because you know this little curve right here seems to rest right underneath the shoulders. I wonder if he'll sit on a table. You know, he does not. So I guess that is definitely not like that. So yeah, you bend the knees so he goes like that, and then that also gives him the ability to kind of get up on his haunches like that. Let's go to the super close and take a look at him. So this is Scorp. Yeah, I think that's the camera. I think I might need a new camera. My camera's fritzing. So, yeah, look at that. He is pretty cool, though. I mean, that is a neat alt mode. And, you know, I really like the colors on this guy. You know, the red parts pop. The silver accents pop. I like the gray. I mean, look at the detail. That is fantastic. What a nice mold job. And he's even got these textures on his tail and on the inside of the body, and then he's got these tank treads molded in. I mean, he is a cool looking guy. And, you know, a really nice bad guy. You know, this is one of those things that if Turbo sees Scorp coming, okay, he's turning into a sports car and he's driving the other way because he doesn't want to screw with this guy. You know, and I could sort of imagine the pinchers kind of being drill things that you know, he'd bore into Turbo's hood and pull out his engine and then and sting him and make him paralyzed while he eats him alive.
I still function.
Not for long, Turbo, because you got Scorp to deal with. So, you know, I like Turbo too, but you know what? Right now, I'm on Scorp's side. Sorry. So, Scorp, excellent toy, and you know what? I feel like he would have made a great Insecticon. He absolutely would have. You know, this one is 37 years old, so you know there's some wear, but you know you can see how these guys could have been on the same team. They probably would have fought, but you know. But we like it when our team members fight with each other. That's you know, that's part of Superhero 101 or Supervillain 101. We like to watch them fight each other. So he does look a little bit like a Jaguar Beetle, Beaver. Jaguar Beaver. I can't. I have had so much of this stuff. I'm gonna wait here. I'll have a little bit of this. Everybody knows that if you have an energy drink, that just sobers you right up.
All Lightspear's friends are future enemies.
Yes. So, Scorp is great. And I feel like if, you know, granted, Scorp didn't get nearly the media that the Insecticons did. So when I was a kid, I, of course, would have rather had the Insecticons. But if you're just going toy for toy, Scorp is great and probably cost less. So, that is Scorp. And I'm going to do Hornet, okay, because we got so much stuff for Creepy, okay? We're going to get Creepy, but first, let's talk about Hornet. So his name is Hornet, and he doesn't really look much like a Hornet. Let's just own that. He's got... I don't know what the head is. He almost looks like a bird, but his name is Hornet. And then he's got wheels for hands. He's I don't know what this guy is. And he's got these wing sort of things on his shoulders. I don't know if they're supposed to be wings. He's got some rockets, so you know, rockets. And let's go ahead and let's transform. You know, this helmet is getting to be a problem. Let's go ahead and transform Hornet. So with Hornet, you're going to put the arms forward and then collapse them, which the arms are already pretty short, but now they're shorter. And then you're gonna. I believe that the legs collapse. Don't the legs? No, the legs don't collapse. But they do swing up like this against the body. And then that is, and it's very much a vehicle mode. It is definitely not an insect of any kind. So, you know, not a bad vehicle, very odd looking. Again, he's sort of a monster, but I just don't know what he is. I don't hate him. You know, I'm not trying to throw hate on Hornet, but he is a weird figure. And I will say that whereas Scorp, if you decked out Scorp in purple, silver, and black,
Just
rather...
so you know, I'm a hugger.
Okay, so Scorp is a hugger. And, you know, whereas if you decked him out in purple instead of red, it would be like, oh, he's an Insecticon. I feel like no amount of paint detail is going to make this guy look like he belongs to the Insecticons. He is just weird. He is just weird. And I think that the wheels for hands really hurts the design. Yeah. Definitely. If they had just given him, you know, maybe give him rotating, like some kind of rotating claw thing that comes out or something. He needed something. You know, Hornet just needs a little something. And I don't know what it is that he needs, but he needs a little something. So, yeah, that is Hornet. And, you know, this helmet is really, I mean, you know, I've got creases on my cranium. And I feel like this is a good time for a word from our sponsor. And by the way, YouTube algorithm, I don't really have a sponsor. But nonetheless, so, little backstory. For work, I had to write up a little how-to on how to use video editing software, and I was taking screenshots. Well, I needed to have files to show in the editing software of, you know, screen stuff. So I recorded some stuff, and I took screenshots as I was using the software. And now I have this video that I created that I don't need for work. So I have uploaded it to my YouTube channel, and it is going live right now. And you, as my very loyal audience, you get to see it first. And so let us get a word from our sponsor here. This is my advertisement for, let's see. Oh, wait, you can't see it. I guess we'll just do it like that because I can't make it just fill the window. It either goes full screen or not. This is Lidlard.
Crumbling crumpets! This battler's bonnet creases my cranium. What a contrary conundrum!
Looks like you don't got no lard in that lid. You need lid lard.
Lid lard?
Lid lard is 100% all natural fat from, I don't know, coyotes or pigs or something. And it's got like these little goobers in it. Feels real good on your head. So you put in your lid there and it'll be all squishy and stuff.
Oh, that's quite unsettling.
See, he loves lid lard.
No.
Lid lard!
So there you go. That is a word from our sponsor, Lidlard. And I just wish that I had some lard for the inside of this lid so that it would be more squishy and stuff. So, anyway, I just thought I'd share that. There you go. You've got Lidlard. So, and I haven't seen Colleen. I feel like Colleen would be cackling right now. And I don't know if Tracy's still on. Tracy, I kind of thought you'd appreciate that too. But nonetheless, that is. That was not tapioca. That was actually oatmeal. And believe me, there was the temptation to actually have the oatmeal in the thing when I put the thing back on my head, and then it would be running down my face. But I was at work wearing my nice work clothes, so I didn't want to get oatmeal all over my stuff. But nonetheless, so that is my commercial for Lidlard. So now that we have paused, back to Transformers. So we were I know where we were. I know where we were. Okay, so this is a guy, and I love this guy. Every time I have seen this guy in a retro toy store, I have wanted him and I bought him, and I have a couple of him because I see him and he is just awesome. His name, he is a GoBot, and his name is Creepy. Look at Creepy. He is amazing. Look at that. Okay? Excellent face. You know, he's got a really nice face sculpt. Look at the body. You know, that it's such a cool body, and he has these claws which are completely movable. And, you know, they've got a lot of motion here. You know, they rotate at the shoulder, they open, they close. You look at the legs here, and you know, his legs pivot at the knees. So there's actually a lot of posability on this guy. He does not look like an Insecticon. He does not even look like a GoBot. He just looks like just a cool, badass robot monster. And this is one of the things that GoBots did that Transformers have never really done, is to have robot monsters. You know, their robot mode is something horrible. And I'd say that probably the closest analog is Scorponok, where Scorponok has his pinchers in robot mode, but otherwise he looks very much like a Decepticon. His name is Creepy. You know, the name is not a great name, but I'll tell you what, he is kind of creepy. Let's go ahead and let's transform him. So I'm going to do this on the super close just for shits and giggles. So let's flip the head down just like that, and then we're going to rotate the body around like this, and then the pinchers can actually come forward like that. So that's cool. Then he's got these legs that come out of the side, and look at that. That is not phoned in shrapnel legs. That is full on robot insect legs. And then you bend the legs at the knees, and wait, there's more. You've got these bits that can kind of come up like that. I don't really know what they're supposed to do. I feel like, you know, maybe you put them back like that. And that is his vehicle mode. And he looks awesome. You know, you can have the pinchers out like this. And boy, this is a great toy. And see, this is where, like, if he just had that scorpion tail, he would be totally Scorpion. I'm okay with him not having a scorpion tail, because honestly, what he is, you know, regardless of what it is that he is, which I'm not sure, it's some kind of a bug-like creature with claws, but it is cool. It is so cool. I love this guy. And you know, even without having a really good TV show or comic book appearances, this toy holds his own on his own rights. And the only thing that would make this toy better is if it were green. Oh, wait. That's right. That's right. We've got the mail-in order version. And he is just as awesome as the original. In fact, I like this one better. I do. Even though purple and black is a great color scheme. But because everything is dark on dark on dark, you kind of lose some of the details. This one, you see every bit of loving detail that Machine Robo put into this figure. But so this was a mail-in only figure. And yes, Kyoji called it. He was like, here comes the recolor. So this one is also called Creepy. Okay, you know, they didn't make him a separate figure. You know, he is apparently creepy. So he exists in two colors. So let's go over to the internet because my loving wife has found some really cool stuff. So this is actually the mail-in form. This is from a newspaper where if you bought 4 GoBots, you could send away and get Creepy. And then we also have the commercial. Are you ready for this?
Now, a horrifying new monster GoBot emerges.
I like it.
Creepy, an evil renegade bent on destruction, and so sinister he's not available in any store. But buy any 4 GoBots, and this special Creepy is yours free, a $4 value.
Excellent.
But hurry, offer expires December 31st. Look for details at participating toy departments.
Without delay.
Creepy, yours free when you buy any 4 GoBots, each sold separately, only from Tonka.
So, yeah, and that's the thing. GoBots were $4. Okay? This guy is pretty much the same size. Yeah, he's a little bit smaller than Shrapnel. Okay? Not much. In fact, like, he's... Shrapnel's maybe got like an 1/8 of an inch on him head to head. So, but whereas Shrapnel was probably like in the 8 to 10 range, Creepy was $4 because he came, on a blister pack, whereas Shrapnel was sold in a box. And I guess that's why that's one of the reasons why Transformers won the robot war, because they were able to sell similarly sized toys at a higher price point. But nonetheless, I would have loved to have this. Oh yeah, Canadian Ranger. So just so that you understand, Canadian Ranger was asking, was that a woman GoBot? GoBots had women as main characters from the very beginning. That was Crasher. And she was easily the coolest figure on the show. She was crazy, and she had this really cool power where she would stomp her foot, and then this bolt of energy would zigzag and come out, and then blow up the rocks or whatever it was that the Guardian robots were hiding behind. She never seemed to actually get anyone with that power, but it didn't matter because it was erratic, and she's probably in here. Now that I think about it, let's. So, of course, Monica is looking for Crasher. I love Crasher also. What a great toy. And she did have a media presence, and even though the GoBots cartoon was pretty bad altogether, and even when I was a kid, it's like, oh, this is not as cool as Transformers, I will say that Crasher was my lady, okay? Crasher was great. Oh, okay, here we go. And here we have Crasher. So, this is Crasher. And let's go ahead and show her on the super close. So, she's a great figure. She looks good. She's got great detail. Now, of course, the face isn't, she's got a red bar for a face, whereas in the show, she actually had a face. But fantastic robot mode. Now, with GoBots, it didn't matter what the body style was. Gender identity really just had to do with what kind of face and what kind of voice they put in the cartoon. Other than that, there's really no difference between a male body type GoBot or a female body type GoBots. They all were just robots, which is fine. I think it's very interesting. And yes, Kyoji, die-cast metal for most of the body here. And you're right, it's a lost art. Optimus Primal, Beast Wars. So to transform her, you rotate the hood of the car up like this. You move the arms into alignment, and then you squeeze them in, snap them into place there, and then you collapse the legs up around the arms and the body, and there you have a cool looking race car, and she does look really cool. This is, I love the translucent plastic around the cockpit there. Let's go ahead and go to the super close. So yeah, that is Crasher. She is one of my favorite toys. I am so glad to have her. And so, yeah, female robots. And Canadian Ranger, we actually have done a couple of what we call Ladies' Night live streams where we talk about nothing but female Transformer toys. And that includes, the first one included a lot of female GoBots as well. So, yeah, little sidebar, but yeah, we love our sidebars here. So, we've got Creepy, and mail order Creepy also was the only GoBot to really get a bio written about him. This was written about the mail order Creepy. Okay, wait here. I'm gonna put on the super close so that you can just kind of imagine that we're talking about this guy. From the depths of the Antari star system on a scorched planet of soot and ash, a modified mutant emerges. Creepy. Through a weird intermingling of metallic and living parts, this fearsome creature arises, easily able to change form from monster robot to monster vehicle. A welcome recruit to Psykill's band of renegades. Creepy can use his claws to snap GoBots in half or send a lethal poison shooting out from his spider legs. Okay, wait here. We need to transform him now so that we can continue this. 'Cause there's more. So here, we'll transform him. There we go. Okay, now continuing. The worst of all monsters to creep into existence. Creepy thrills to the sport of his deadly games. Even renegades must take care that Creepy's power doesn't threaten their existence. Guardians beware, the final conflict may be near. That is Creepy. Love this toy. Excellent, excellent toy. So glad that I've got him. And, you know, regardless of whether he had a cartoon presence or not, this is a great toy. So, yeah, that is Creepy. So, as an homage to Crasher, since Hasbro does now own the rights to GoBots, even though they don't own the rights to the original toys because those were made by Bandai, but when they bought Tonka, then they got the rights to GoBots. I need some lid lard in here. They did do a recolor of Mirage, Generations Mirage. This would have been Classics Mirage. And this is, let's go to the super close. This is Crasher. She was called Fracture because I'm not sure if they had the rights to the name or not. I assume that they didn't, but nonetheless, she is very definitely an homage to Crasher, and she looks great. So there was another version of Crasher that was done in white. I would love to have the white version. I do not right now, but I'm sure that sooner or later I will get it. And so this is kind of done as an homage to the white version of Crasher. Let's see, they have the rights to the name but not the likeness, so Fracture is threading the needle. Oh, okay. Yeah. There's all sorts of weird rights stuff involved with the GoBots, so I think that Hasbro kind of steers a little bit clear of making any character that looks too much like one of the Machine Robo toys, because, you know, now I would think that we're at 37 years ago. At some point, now I'm sure that, and Machine Robo doesn't actually, they went out of business, but then the rights to Machine Robo got bought by somebody else. Bandai? Maybe. But whatever the case, I know that there are new Machine Robo toys, which I have a Psykill, and I would like to get more of the new Machine Robos because they're really impressive. But nonetheless, yeah, that whole thing is very, very weird. But I would like, I want to think that at some point the rights will open up enough that you will see some of the GoBots characters really and truly integrated into the Transformers universe, because I would love to see that happen. So anyway, Grumblebee from Power Rangers would sting him hard. I don't know Power Rangers. I just don't know Power Rangers. So I'm gonna take your word for it, Canadian Ranger, and I'm gonna drink a little bit because I like it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, the look on your face worries me more than anything. What did I do to deserve this? Because I feel like I've been being good. I haven't talked about children shivving each other. I haven't been swearing. I want to know what I did to deserve the black box.
Good morning, world. Force Captain Scorpia reporting for duty.
Oh no. No, no, no. I don't know what I'm looking at here. This says Scorpion Jewel. Oh, this is some kind of eat it thing. This has like nutritional information. I'm supposed to eat this. I thought maybe it was like a cool gem. So this is what I've got here. Let's take it onto the super close. Oh no. Oh no. Oh boy. Why does anybody make this? I mean, who actually decided that this should exist? Okay. Oh jeez. Okay, I think I need... Oh, I can't open it. I need scissors. I guess I can't open it. Everybody, yeah, I'm not gonna... Oh, I got scissors. You know, when the divorce happens, I have footage of this. You are not getting anything. Okay, so, I guess this is grape flavored. Boy, that's a lot of sugary stuff. I'm not sure if I want to eat all of that. You know, it says something that I'm more concerned about the sugar content than the scorpion content. Let me... Oh, it's like a Jolly Rancher. Oh gosh, this is going to be terrible for my teeth. Okay, I'm going to break a piece off, but I'm not going to eat the piece unless it has scorpion in it. Wow. Oh, that sticks to my teeth. Oh. I'm trying to get down to the scorpion part. Because, I mean, that's what we're all waiting for, right? Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. So, here we go. We have unlocked some scorpion piece. I can't tell what's candy and what's scorpion. It's really, really sticky. Now, I'm just gonna have to say, I do not recommend Scorpion Jewels. It's stuck in my teeth. I can't find the scorpion. Yeah. I guess if you're gonna eat a scorpion, covering it in an ungodly amount of sugar is maybe the most palatable way to do it. But,
Wow, this is amazing! And bad, very bad.
yeah, I would say that that's accurate. This is amazing and bad. Very, very bad. And now my fingers are sticky. Yeah. Sticky scorpion candy. So, alright, well, we've now eaten scorpion. You know, to be honest, I can't even tell that I ate scorpion. I just have sugar packed into my teeth. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna wash down the scorpion with a little bit of grasshoppers. So here we go. We got grasshoppers. I've actually been eating these as a snack during the days. This is my second jar because I ate all of the other ones. So yes, I've actually refilled my grasshoppers. Grasshoppers are kind of good. A little bit salty, but yeah. Yeah, you know what? Let's do a wet ones. So there we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that'll help. All right. So that is creepy. Now there is one more of the GoBot monsters that I want to talk about, but just briefly. Oh yeah, I love Entrapta too. I mean, you know what? The new She-Ra cartoon, if you haven't watched it, what are you doing on this live stream? You can stop. Now just leave your computer running, that way I still get credit for the minutes, okay? But nonetheless, go to Netflix and watch She-Ra. Watch it from the beginning. It is amazing. It is so good. Everything about it is good.
Space suits for us, and then I fixed the ship from space! Where I am!
That's She-Ra, and it's so good. So, this is a guy named Claus, and his name is Claus, and he has kind of an insect motif. Now let's go to the super close here. So he's got kind of an insect-looking head, either insectish or just alien. I think it's more insectoid-looking. And then he's got these big knobby hands. And I feel like for a guy who's named Claus, he really should have more definitive claws. I mean, let's be honest. Creepy here, he has claws. These are claws. These are a dominant feature. Claws, he's got catcher's mitts for hands. Yeah, that's so, I mean, I don't mind the name, but it really seems a little bit out of place. The robot mode is very nice. I love the big wing things. You know, he's got some posability here. Not a lot, but he's got elbows. He's got shoulders that move. You can move the head a little bit. The wings move with the arms, which is a little bit awkward, but it still works. He's got these two-toed things on his feet, which is kind of cool. So yeah, this is Claus. He's a very well-built toy, very solid. A little bit, you know, not a whole lot of posability. But here, I'll show you his transform. You tuck the head down, and then you you close the wing things around him, and you flip the feet down and then just push in the legs like that. And he looks a lot like whatever the hell Gen 1 Scourge turned into, the flying bathtubs. He kind of looks like that. He's got some wheels on the bottom so that he can roll. But yeah, this is his mode. It's... I don't know what it is. I've seen it listed as an attack pod. Sure, whatever you say. Now, that being said, it is a neat thing, and it's definitely something, but I don't know what it is. Sort of like Hornet, except Hornet, he's definitely got some identity issues. This guy, he is what he is, and he's a very nice whatever he is, but I just don't know what he is. And he's got some insect-inspired styling, but obviously this is not an insect mode. This is some kind of alien vehicle mode, but honestly not all that well disguised. I mean, he's got big hands that stick out the bottom, and his name is Claws. Even though his name should be Mitts. His name should be Mitts.
My, those are some fancy trousers you're wearing. I shall call you Trouser Snake. I don't even care anymore.
So yeah, that's Trouser Snake. So yeah, the GoBots. Now, to the GoBots' credit, they were making stuff that obviously they were importing everything from Japan, from Machine Robo, and the Machine Robo line had some very, very interesting stuff, very different, and it was I think that the only Transformer where the robot mode was an animal. I guess you could look at Soundwave's cassettes as doing that, but then you have Skylinks. And other than that, I'm trying to think of anybody else whose robot mode was some kind of a monster. No, Terracons, their robot modes were straight up robot modes. So yeah. And, all of these examples, I get obviously the Soundwave's cassettes. But they weren't monsters, they were animals. They were very clearly animals. And you didn't have robot monsters. It was, a robot that turns into a monster, but not like a monsterized vehicle turning into a monsterized robot. And I think that's an area where GoBots actually did it better. Who is that guy that sparked in his belly and looked like an eagle or a griffin? Okay, that was one of the Firecons, and there were 3 Firecons. There was Cindersaur, which was the purple guy that kind of looked like a little dinosaur guy. There was Flamefeather, who was the eagle guy, and then there was a third one. I forget his name, but he was pink, and he did look like a bug type thing. So let's see. No, not him. That's Repugnus. So yeah. Monster Bots. Well, so Canadian Ranger is talking about Monster Bots on the Autobot side, and I remember the Monster Bots, but once again, now granted, the Monster Bot, I forget his name. I have him. They did him as in Titan Returns. He was that guy that was a double-headed dragon. He did have dragon heads for hands, but once again, he had pretty much a straight-up traditional robot mode, except that he had, the dragon heads for hands, but it wasn't like he was a monstery robot. He was just, he turned from a monster into a robot. And same with Repugnus, which I didn't have Gen 1 Repugnus either, but this guy is kind of made as an homage to, this might even be named Repugnus. But the original toy turned into a relatively normal-looking robot. So, yeah, that's something where GoBots were doing it different, and I like what they were doing. Monster vehicle modes that turn into monstrous robot modes, and that was kind of cool. So, the Insecticons have actually not had a whole lot of homages done over the years. Not a lot of references to the Insecticon characters over the years. We did have a character named Insecticon in the Beast Wars, and I'm going to pull him out right here. This is Insecticon. He turns into a beetle, and you know, he is your standard Beast Wars characters, which the Beast Wars toys were very nice. You know, full posability, very neat, intricate robot modes. You know, interesting face. You know, you can look at the face sculpt here. His robot mode is very organic looking. He almost doesn't look like a robot. And when Beast Wars first came out, I was one of the fans who didn't get it. I was on the side of Truck Not Monkey, but I have to say that looking back on that line, it was an excellent line with amazing toys. That the toys that we have today are better because of the things that they did in Beast Wars. The fact that you had all of these ball joints, and you had more humanoid robot dynamics, you know, with the body styles, and you had posability, and then they would integrate the weapons. I mean, there's stuff in Beast Wars that they were doing that they still aren't doing as well today. And that's an accomplishment. And then you look at the show, and the show was done so well. Such interesting writing, such good character development, all done on a relatively low budget, which is why you had so few of the toys represented in the show, because making computer models was expensive. So you had that core cast of characters, and you didn't deviate too much outside of that, because every time you added a new one, it was going to cost you money. So this is Beast Wars Insecticon, and he does turn into a beetle of sorts. And see, you know, you can even open up the back here and give him kind of wing things, but that's really for the bug mode. He's got a neat transform. So let's try and move the arms out of the way so that you can really appreciate what's going on here. So the body pivots like this, and you see there's kind of two hinges there, just like that. And then it's going to snap closed like that. And then we're going to point the toes, and then let's see, is there like a peg and hole or anything? I don't think that there is. We're also going to put the arms down to the side, and his transform is very easy. That is it. That is it right there. And what a great insect mode. That looks great. And of course, you can also spread the wings, and boy, that is a cool looking thing. Just looks awesome. Here, let's go to the super close. So, yeah, they've even got the texture back here. And that's so cool. And then you got the, you know, the butt things. And I believe that weapons were stored back here, but I did get this guy secondhand, so sadly I don't have the weapons for him. But nonetheless, he looks great. I think that I can... No, I can't pull those up. But, you know, he really does... He's just such a neat figure. And, oh, Quentin! Quentin, you're here! Hey! You know what? Toast to Quentin. So, see, that was that was Flight of the Bumblebee, and then we have Bumblebee flying back and forth. You know, it's he rocks a lot to the side to side. It's hard to catch it, but here, wait, show Bumblebee just so that Quentin can appreciate. So there we go, and there we go, Quentin. We've got Flight of the Bumblebee, and it is the metal version. Get it? Metal version, because he's a robot. He's made of metal, except that one was all plastic. But you know, it's in the fictional universe. It's metal. Also, Quentin, you missed Lidlard, so you know you need to. You need to see Lidlard. We could always put a link in the chat or something. It's in the description of this video too. So, anyway, this is Insecticon, and when I saw the wiki article about Insecticon, I thought that he was another toy, and this is one that I've had for a lot longer. This is actually a McDonald's toy that's called Beetle, but I thought that he was Insecticon. His face, strangely enough, let's go to the super close. So his face actually looks a lot like the face of Alligator Megatron. Here, you can look at Alligator Megatron. And yeah, imagine, you turn Beetle's yellow face into a silver and purple face, and he actually does look a lot like Alligator Megatron. But this is Beetle, and I like this toy, even though it's just a McDonald's toy. It's actually pretty cool. You know, he's got, you know, obviously it's a very simplified transform. You flip up the chest, you kind of tuck in the legs right there, and then just put the arms down by the side, and boom! You know, he's a Beetle. He's cool. You know, once again, really, really nice. You know, in both cases, these are cool toys. So, yeah, and you know, I'm kind of sorry that I didn't really appreciate Beast Wars when it was a thing, but I'm also very happy that at this point I have a huge Beast Wars collection. Thank you very much, Monica. She 1 year for Christmas, she had gotten all the lots. Okay, I think that every lot on eBay that was selling a big bunch of Beast Wars figures, she got. And I just opened up box after box of dozens of figures. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. So, yeah, I have a massive Beast Wars collection now, and it's great. And it's all thanks to my lovely, lovely wife, who made a delicious beverage that may or may not be special. So, yeah, that is Beetle and Insecticon. And I only showed Beetle because I actually thought that he was Insecticon, and then he wasn't. So, then we got, a few years later, during the Energon series, we got another character named Insecticon. And, yeah, that's right, Canadian Ranger brought up Batman Optimus, and he did kind of look like Batman. And you know what? I never realized how cool that is until right now. So, in the Energon line, we had Insecticon. Now, the show was awful. The Transformers Cybertron was a terrible, terrible, terrible show. Pretty much unwatchable. What? Energon. Oh, you're right. This was Energon. I'm sorry, I said Cybertron. But nonetheless, Energon was also unwatchable. They were both terrible. I mean, it's like, you had Armada that wasn't very good, but it had some things going for it. And at the time, I didn't like it. And then when I saw Energon, I couldn't even get through it. It was so, it really was unwatchable. And then you get to Cybertron. And that was so, I mean, what? That wasn't even a show. That was just computer animated characters kind of moving around on a screen for no sensible reason whatsoever. And by the time you got to Cybertron, all of a sudden Armada was looking like a good show. That's really the benefit of Energon and Cybertron, is that they made Armada a good show by comparison, because they were awful. Just awful. And yes, Kyoji, poorly computer animated characters at that. There was really the only redeeming value is that it made Armada a little bit more watchable. That's the only thing. Terrible time in the Transformers history. We got some good toys though. I do like, and I love the Energon toys. And let's see, Starscream was a good character in Armada though. We had great toys, bad shows. Conflicted character, final battle with Optimus and Megatron. Unicron, obviously Armada Unicron was cool, but again, these are all examples of great toys. It's not like the show really added to that. And I would say that the Armada show was the best of the three, but it wasn't great. It was barely passable, and certainly by comparison much better. So anyway, we have Insecticon. He was a Terracon. The Terracons were the Decepticon answer to the Omnibots. Both characters presumably processed Energon and were able to create these Energon stars and Energon weapons and stuff like that. And the Decepticon, the Terracons, made green stuff, and the Autobots made red stuff. But yeah, also the Terracons were all animal Transformers. You had Ravage or Battle Ravage, and he turned from robot mode into kind of a panther thing, and then you had the bird thing. I forget what its name was, but and then later you had Insecticon, and in the show they were all clones. They didn't have individual identities, which again, I have to say that the Gen 1 cartoon really did something great. What they did was they had that whole story about how Bombshell would shoot his shell thing, and it would scatter these little bits all over particles of scrap. And then Shrapnel had the ability to then turn that scrap into clones of the Insecticons. And so you'd have whole swarms of Insecticons, yet you still had the original three characters that were distinct entities. And that's such a great way to have massive amounts of troops, but also have troops that have character. When
Wait. You're just gonna walk into a place that's crawling with clones?
Yep.
There's no way I'm going to stop you from doing this, is there?
Nope.
So, you had all these clones of the Insecticons, but the original three were still individuals. The Terracons were all just clones. You didn't care if they got shot or blown up or anything. They really just didn't matter. So, Energon, Megatron, Galvatron are still my favorite design from Energon, but of course he was an homage to Gen 1 Galvatron. So, yes, you are so right, and I love that toy. Absolutely love that toy. Love the recolor, but yes, it is an homage to Gen 1 Galvatron, but a really well done one. In fact, far superior to the original Gen 1 Galvatron, and I had that toy and I loved it when I was a kid, but it was not nearly as cool. Now, here we have Energon Galvatron. He, of course, like all of the Megatron Galvatron toys of that era, was a repaint of Megatron that was not done in the movie colors. And, you know, he's a little bit blocky, but he is fully posable. He's got a lot of articulation. You know, he has a tank that he can wear on his arm, which the idea of him actually just taking a tank and putting it on his arm so that when he's threatening you, he's actually pointing a tank at your face, that's badass. I mean, that's even more badass than the fusion cannon. I loved that. And so, and I'll go ahead and transform him because he has a great transform. So, you put the head down and you point the weapons here. And a lot of him transforms himself. So you squeeze these together like this. And then you straighten out the legs. And then you're going to slide the knees down. Right here. Let's maybe. Oh, wait. Slide the knees up. There we go. Slide the knees up. And see how the feet just automatically suck themselves in? And then when you put the legs up, that actually pushes the fists in, which are spring-loaded. And see, that makes these big thruster things. And then you can put out landing gear, just like that. And then you rotate... Oh, wait, no. Then you put the nose cone of the jet. And yeah, this is a big piece, but, you know, I don't care. And then you can lock the wings into the pegs that are in the legs. Maybe. There we go. There we go. Okay, and so he's got this real... Oh, and let's pull down the landing gear again. So there we go. So now we've got landing gear. This is a cool looking ship, but wait for it. You open the wings and then these things... See, look at how these things just automatically deploy. So many of these features on this guy just automatically happen. And, and of course you have the tank, which can ride on the back. And so, look at that thing. That is amazing. That is so neat and threatening. You know, this guy... Oh, wait, here, let me line up the holes. Maybe I can line up the holes. Maybe I can't. Do I have to be smarter than the holes? Oh, do I have it backwards? I have it backwards. Okay. I had the wings backwards. Here we go. So you rotate this around like this. And now they peg in. There we go. And there we go. Look at that. I mean, seriously. You see this thing flying at you? It's carrying a tank on its back. It's got gun, and not even small guns. I mean, this thing is just a flying death machine. And you know what? You see him coming, and it's like, okay, you know what? I give up. You know, I know that at best, I'm going to be enslaved and worked until I die. And at worst, I die in a fiery inferno. But you know what? It's better than trying to fight this. So, yeah. Energon Galvatron, one of my favorite toys. An excellent version of the character. Love it. So, anyway, Kyoji, yes, you are right. That's great. And yes, the tank is actually the tank mode of Armada Megatron. So he's effectively carrying his corpse on his back. That's badass. And Hope is here. Holy crap, Hope is here. Wait a minute. Hope is here. That's for you, Hope. So yes, yes, everybody missed you, Hope, and you missed my commercial, but nonetheless, it's still cool. Hope wants me to eat a bug. Okay, wait here. Oh, really? Oh no. I thought we were done with this. I really thought we were done with this. The water bug. Wait, show me. Do you have the water bug? Wow, you've been really chowing down on this thing. You know, this is what's left of the water bug. Everybody knows that I haven't eaten this much of it. Yeah, Hope. I bit off the back portion of this, and this is how much we've got left because your sister has been chowing down on it. That's okay. You know what? That is what it is. I don't want to open this box. I don't think that I feel like I've been good. Internet, please tell Monica that I've been good and I don't deserve the black box. I don't see the internet coming to my defense. Okay, here we go. I don't want to open the box. Oh, here.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, no. And that's our word for the day. That's no. No. So, you know, I get to drink. I need that. So, I'm gonna go to the super close for this. This is what my wife is doing to me. Internet. It's Bombshell. I'm eating Bombshell. Except Bombshell would be more pleasant. That's what I've got. Okay. I don't know whether I want to eat the front half or the back half. I mean, you know, there's no good way to start this. There is no good way. Let's see, I don't see a venomous stinger. Oh gosh. This is bad. This is bad. You're not sorry. You're proud of yourself. Okay. I'm doing the back half. I don't know why that seems better. Maybe because the back half doesn't have a face. Okay, are we ready? Oh, this one doesn't taste like peanut butter. Oh. So, yeah, I kind of took... There we go. So that's how much I got. Oh, the flavor on this one. That is unpleasant. That is really unpleasant. Oh, it gets worse. The more I chew it, the worse it gets. I'm drinking this. No. There. Oh, wait. The pieces are still too big. Wait a minute here. Oh, the flavor. There's, oh. So it's sort of nutty, but kind of stale, a little bit bitter. It's got a bitter, stale, nutty flavor, almost like if you ate rotten peanut butter. Yes, thank you. What do we have here? Oh, okay. So this is honey apple juice. Okay. Well, that happened. I still got beetle in my teeth. Okay. Well, here we go. So apparently this is your fault, Hope, because Monica says she was done feeding me bugs, and you came online and wanted to see it happen. So, Canadian Ranger says Snickers Crunch, and I'm going to say no. This does not taste like a Snickers. This tastes nothing like a Snickers. Don't. And by the way, if you happen to be a representative of Snickers, I would be glad for you to sponsor me so that I no longer have to eat bugs. So, anyway, yeah, Canadians like Pepto now. So yes, evening melodrama, Bob Ross. Let's see, booze, bugs, and energy drink. I'm sure that this is a great combination. That really doesn't help. Oh, I've got the Bob Ross energy drink, Hope. So, yeah, positive energy. It really doesn't taste good right now. Just does not. So, well, so, Insecticon from the Energon line. I like this guy. He's a little bit odd, but I like him. First of all, I love the weapon. He's got this kind of twisty thing here that comes off, and then, you got these things. And even that seems like a Gatling gun, so that's kind of cool. And you can take that off as well, and his Energon star came off. I liked the Autobot Energon stars better than the Decepticon ones. These ones, they look like gears. The Autobot ones look like jewels. I don't know. Didn't like the Decepticon ones as much. Oh, well, I've had a lot tonight, and I've still got a few characters to go. So let's just set these parts aside for the moment. And you've got a bug mode. It's a great bug mode. He's got individual legs. Now, they aren't posable, but they are on ball joints. So, you can still kind of do cool things with them. The back two are joined together, but there is a joint here. So you can also do stuff there. And then to transform him into a robot, you're going to, let's see, you're going to do something. And I've had a lot of bug juice, and I've just had a shot of honey apple juice. So my IQ is really going into the toilet. Just telling you. So nonetheless, we're gonna pull the legs down, and then we're going to rotate we're going to put these together, put the bug legs together and rotate them down. And then the arms split out of the back. And you can kind of loosen the forearms, and then they're going to come up like this. And then the forearm can come down and twist, just like that. And then you rotate the legs like this, and then the whole guy, like his whole midsection, this is what's weird. His head is kind of connected to the body, so the whole midsection rotates around, but his head sort of stays where it is. And then you put the arms down, and that is the robot mode. And you know, I like it. I really like it. He's got a lot of character. He's kind of cute. He's got a cute robot mode. And sure, he doesn't have knee joints, and his, you know, he kind of looks like he has boxing gloves on, but this guy is cool. And then he's got the sort of bombshell thing sticking out of his head. I don't think much about the face. The face sculpt, let's go to the super close. So, the face sculpt on this guy is really not anything to write home about. You know, I just don't like him. I don't like the face. You know, and I guess you can put that back. But the rest of the body dynamics are actually really nice. I like that he's kind of stocky. I like his big knobby fists. I like his short, stout legs. You know, I love that he's got these creature legs going over his shoulders that kind of look like blasters. So, you know, Insecticon, Energon Insecticon, he gets a thumbs up from me. And if they were to maybe give him a little bit of a different head sculpt and then do him in Gen 1 Insecticon's colors, I would absolutely accept him as another Insecticon. I mean, yes, he's very different looking than the rest of them. His body style is very different. But even if he was like a clone of Bombshell, you know, like one of the generic, I'd still go for it. Or he could be one of the deluxe Insecticons reimagined in this form. So yeah, I'm liking this guy. You know, I'm really happy to have him. You know, he's got some posability. Not a lot of posability, but you know, you can still twist the arms, and he's got, you know, his shoulders both go out and up and down. You know, the legs don't have knees, but he's got big feet, and you can do a lot with big feet. It is weird that his feet are hollow. You know, that is kind of inconsistent with such an otherwise husky robot. You know, it's almost like he looks like his actual feet were blown off in battle, and he's got artificial legs. But nonetheless, very cool guy, and he carries the name Insecticon. So now we've gotten through Energon, and then once again, we didn't get a whole lot in terms of Insecticon love. Colleen can't make it. That's a shame. I think Colleen would have really liked the Lidlard commercial. So, gosh, my voice is getting raw. Oh, it's because I've been going for 2 hours straight. So, let us take a look at, I believe, was this guy 2008? I want to say that this guy was 2008. He was, I think, based off of the Transformers Fall of Cybertron incarnation of the Insecticons. I'm not sure, but nonetheless, no, I don't think he was, because there were actual toys for that, and they were kind of cheap and hollow, and this guy is pretty robust. So yeah, this is Kickback, and this is the first time that we've really seen Gen 1 any of the Gen 1 Insecticons reimagined for a modern audience. He's got this disc shooter thing that attaches to his wings, and here I'm gonna try and put it off. You kind of slide this forward, and then there you go. There you go. It fires the disc. To be honest, let's see. 2012, he is Fall of Cybertron kickback, but was released for the Generations line. So yeah, 2012, which is, significantly after Energon and certainly a lot after Beast Wars. To be honest, I kind of like him better without his big gun. His grasshopper mode is really, really intricate. And we're going to go to the super close, but, he's so big, it's going to be hard to appreciate everything. He's got these translucent bits on his wings, and then he's got claws on the ends of his wings. He's very, very jaggedy. Let's just go to the better cam, and you can take a look. So the gun being mounted on his back is an undocumented feature. It wasn't in the instructions yet. These little clips right here very clearly clip into these little places right here to hold the gun like that, which is cool. But like I said, I actually prefer it without it on there. I think that having a big disc shooting gun, I mean, this is a huge, huge weapon, and it doesn't really improve the insect mode. So yeah, he's got these things. These go on the wings and they just clip in here, but they've also got these 5mm posts, which he can hold in robot mode. And I'll show you that in just a moment. But he's got these long legs with articulated joints, and they are really cool. They look great in bug mode. And then he's got two more bug legs, and they're just fused. They're not posable at all, but they look good, and they've got a lot of details around the fronts, and then even these little claws on the ends. And he's got a great insect face. Let's go ahead into the super close, and you can look at the insect face. Yeah, I know it's kind of hard to see there, but here, I'll hold it sideways so you can see. Let's try and move those out of the way. So yeah, that is the insect face, and it really does just look great. He's even got mandibles. Look at that. He's got mandibles. That's great. And of course you've got the translucent wings there with the claws on the end, and those super detailed articulated legs that really scream that Kickback is the right name for this character, even if he wasn't done as an homage to the original, which he is more of a reimagining than an homage. Obviously he's got the purple yellow color scheme, but really, and he turns into a grasshopper, but other than that, that's where the similarities end. Now, transforming this guy is not difficult, but he does have kind of an involved transform. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull the legs out to the sides like this. And then we might as well just go ahead and collapse the leg joints just like that to give him a robot leg. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So it goes this way, and then it goes like that. And then we're going to pull the bottom of the mandible off. Okay, we're just going to pull it down like that, and that reveals the robot face. And then the whole, wait a minute here, this is, so the back, it has this detail here that splits into 3 sections. That lifts up, and it allows this whole apparatus to move up out of the way. And then we're also going to take the bug legs here that are fused, and we're going to pull them back out of the way like this. And then we're going to take those robot legs and we're going to bring them together, and there is a little joint right here that has to pivot just like that. So you're going to do that, and that's going to make this surface flat. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side, and that brings these two parts together. Now there's no pegs and holes in here to hold these things. Instead, you have this chest detail here. This thing, this triangular thing. And so you need to get that to fit over this little knobby thing. Wait here, let me move the legs out of the way so that you can see it. So there's this little post here that's made up of the two halves that come together like this. And then there's a hole up in here that goes around that post. In order to get it there, though, you have to pull apart the butt of the insect, and that makes the arms. And so let's get the wings out of the way for a moment. We're going to pull this whole thing backwards, and then the head and chest are actually going to fit down in between where these shoulders are. And now that front, you see how that just perfectly closed around that, and that holds the lower half of the body together. And now we can kind of fix up the legs a little bit, just like that. And then we can kind of move the wing things down, and I kind of like to put the bug legs up in an upwards position. Actually, wait here. Let's see. I'm gonna put the bug legs. Oh, it's a ball joint. It comes out. So here, I like to put the bug legs up. I don't think that that's how the instructions say to do it, but that's how I like to do it. And we're going to put the arms down, and then bring the bug legs up, and then we're going to rotate the wings down, and that's going to pop off. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and once again, my bug legs want to pop out, probably because I'm doing things the way that they don't intend. Then you rotate the shoulders, bring the arms down, and then you can rotate the hands, which he's got hands with fingers. You know, that's really cool. Here, take a look at the super close. His hands actually have molded in finger details, and they're not just robot hands, they're creepy kind of pointy finger hands. So that's pretty cool, and you're gonna rotate these around like that and reveal the hand, and it's really a cool looking hand. It really is. So we rotate that around there, and now we put down the chest flaps, and then we rotate around the head. Let's see, there we go. And there we go. And then I have these wing things, and he can hold the wings as weapons, which is pretty cool. And then if you don't have the wings into these things, you can actually rotate these and give him an extra pair of claws that go over his shoulders like that. And that is really cool. I mean, that's badass. Oh, and of course you have to rotate around the legs so that his knees are in the front. And he is a cool looking figure. Look at that guy. He's fully posable. He's got little sticky outy bits all over the place. Let's go to the super close. His face sculpt is still kind of kickbacky, sort of. And his colors are really nice. You know, it's not as good as the Gen 1 black and translucent yellow, but it's reminiscent. And you know, then he's got these cool looking shoulders, and of course the claw things that can go over his shoulders, and you know, we can kind of bring those forward. I mean, I would not want to mess with this guy. and you know, he's got sticky outy kneecap things and the segmented legs, and you know, the two toes in the front of the feet, and even, you know, kind of a heel thing going. So so he is just a really, really neat figure, and I don't know where he would fit in the Gen 1 Insecticons universe, but I want to include him because he's just such a neat figure, so intricate and so detailed. You know, I can't actually put these things down because they're sort of in the way. I know I said that I prefer to have them up, but they are less in the way if you have them down. So that is Generations Kickback, and you know, you can have the shoulders up. Yeah, all I can say about this figure is that if you're gonna reimagine Kickback as a character, this is a good reimagining. It's almost like Nightmare Kickback. Did I get it? Okay, I guess I've got Beetle on my chin. Thank you, dear, for letting me know that I had Beetle on my chin. Nonetheless, yeah, Generations Kickback. Excellent toy. But I will say that the Gen 1 fans, you know, they're looking at this guy and he's like, okay, yeah, he's called Kickback, he turns into a grasshopper, but he's not like the Gen 1 Insecticons, and you know how much old people like me love their Gen 1 Insecticons. And so that brings us to Combiner Wars. I believe that it was Combiner Wars that had Bombshell. Did Combiner Wars come before the one that had Shrapnel, that had... You know what? I feel like Shrapnel came earlier. No, Titan's Returns came after Combiner Wars. And Titan's Return is Kickback. Shrapnel came, I think, before Combiner Wars. It was Generations. I know, I'm talking over there because Monica's sitting over there, and I'm trying to get this straight. And boy, these beverages that may or may not be adult beverages are really good, and they make me not able to think or speak. Yay! So, we got Generations 2014. This is Scrapnel, because by this point Hasbro had lost the rights to Shrapnel, and he came with Reflector. Okay, this is a little mini-con version of Reflector, and let's go ahead and show this. So this is the mini-con version of Reflector, and as little mini-con versions go, he actually looks really good. And I love his weapon mode, because it does kind of look like a camera, you know, with a super zoom lens, but nonetheless, yeah, he's sort of a camera weapon, camera gun. If you could shoot somebody with a camera, which I guess you can shoot somebody with a camera, just not, you know, like bang bang, more clicky clicky. Now, that being said, it's not much of a transform. I mean, you know, I guess you fold the handle down. There, you know, robot mode. Oh, he's got a handle. Now he's a camera. There's, you know, the robot face is still on the top of the camera. I feel like he looks more like a camera if you hold it upside down like this, but then the robots can't hold him. So... yeah, now he does kind of do this thing. I guess maybe this is the weapon mode. So it does that. I don't know what that is. Maybe you put his arms forward. and he sort of looks like Bombshell's gun, like that. So something like that. Let's go to the super close. So yeah, it's like that doesn't look like much. That kind of looks like a robot split in half with a camera lens in between his feet. So yeah, this is Generations 2014 Reflector. I appreciate that they did it. It's not very well done, but I appreciate that they did it. And you know, when you're getting into these little mini-con guys, they're not gonna put a whole lot of joints and transformation in them. You're kind of lucky to get what you get with these little characters. And he's not bad, but he's not really all that well done. So we'll set him aside, because really what we want to talk about is Scrapnel. His bug mode is great. His bug mode is, you know, the mold on this is everything that you could have hoped for in the original one, except there's no metal. You know, he's not as well built. He's obviously lighter. They molded in wheels. I feel like that was unnecessary, because the wheels on the original Shrapnel didn't need to be there, and adding molded in wheels that don't even turn, what? Let's just pretend that they're hinges, like they're an exaggerated joint. He doesn't need wheels on his feet. Come on, Hasbro, he doesn't need wheels on his feet. Ugh. So, but nonetheless, his bug mode is great. And we'll go to the super close, so you can see he's got his pincher things, and his legs look awesome, except for the wheels. Freaking wheels! What the hell? Anyway, so the body is much more insectoid. He's got defined body segments, and now he's looking less like a vehicle that's got an insect motif and more like a robotic insect. So yeah, I love the bug mode, and the robot mode is pretty easy to get to. Of course, separate the antennae, and then we're gonna pull the arms out from underneath, just like that. And then the legs, let's see. Oh, Jonah is here. Oh, wow. Okay, so Jonah, hello, Jonah. Great to see you. That was for you, Jonah. So you straighten out the legs, and you see that the pelvis is on a hinge here, just like this. So you're going to straighten out the legs, and then you're also going to separate the legs, and then the legs actually have this little hinged compartment sort of thing, and you're going to rotate that around to open it up, just like that. And then you're going to flip out the foot like that. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to rotate that like that, and then flip out the foot just like that. And then the body also has this, it's on these two pivot points here. So the whole body pivots forward and then collapses again against, and that reveals the robot head. And then you can put the other legs around his back, and then put the arms into position, and then you can give him his reflector camera, because Reflector and the Insecticons work together often. They were good friends. Whatever. Like I said, I appreciate that they did it. So, nice figure. Now, mild criticism. This is just a mild criticism. Oh, I'm sorry, Dudley. Dudley was on my footstool, and then I put my foot there. So I have to pet Dudley, make him feel good. He's afraid of a lot. So, great robot mode, and let's go ahead and look at the robot mode. Nice face sculpt. The chest doesn't open, which is a shame. I mean, come on, guys. Give us an opening chest compartment. It wouldn't kill you. I appreciate the more complex transform, even though it's not overly complex. He's got knee joints, he's got hip joints, he's got elbow joints, he's got shoulder joints. I mean, he is a fully posable character. You can even rotate the head. He's got some kibble sticking out, but that's okay. He's an Insecticon. He's allowed to have kibble kind of sticking out. Now, my only criticism here, and this is a minor criticism, is that the colors are very dull. The yellow is a yellow paint. He doesn't have any clear yellow bits. This what used to be silver is now a dull gray. So he's got really nice molded parts, but his colors are they're okay, but they're not great. Nonetheless, really nice update to the character, and pretty much similar in size, maybe a little bit smaller, but still captures the essence of the original. Except, you look at this and how much the colors pop, and then you look at this and he's a little bit dull. The yellow's dull, the gray is dull, black is black, but even the black on here is shinier. So Monica is chowing down on that beetle, and that is a little bit unsettling because that beetle did not taste good. So anyway, that is Scrapnel. That was 2014. 2015, we have Bombshell. This is what's interesting. They didn't do these all at the same time. They separated them out by different series. So this is Bombshell, and you'll see that I have Bombshell in his unofficial gun mode. Because in Combiner Wars, the Scout class figures, at least supposedly, they were all supposed to have weapon modes so that the combined robots could hold them as weapons. And, that was one of my criticisms of Combiner Wars Warpath, is that he did not have a weapons mode. And that was one of the shticks of that line, was that he should have had a weapons mode, and he didn't have one. This one, for whatever reason, the weapons mode was not included in the instructions, but you can see here, let's go to the super close, that it's pretty definitive. Yeah, that's a gun. That's as much of a gun as any of the other Combiner Wars Scout class figures. He's got these two 5mm posts down here, so he can be held. And it looks good. I think it looks really good. And let's go ahead, and I just happen to have the Terracons put together here as Abominus. And you can see I got the upgrade kit. Because I really like the upgrade kits, the bigger feet and the articulated hands, and it really adds a lot. You can then take the little dinky feet that they include with those characters and put them on the legs, and it just kind of helps beef up the whole thing. He looks terrific. So let's go ahead and just I'm gonna fold one of his legs up, or one of his handle things up out of the way, and then I'm going to put the other one in the Combiner Wars fist. Maybe if I can get it. Maybe. It's hard to do with one hand while I'm holding the figure. Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I kill my brother? Anybody name that movie? I don't even remember what movie that was, but there we go. Okay, I got it. So, his thumb's kind of in the way. Let's rotate him around. All right. So, there we go. Abominus is now holding Bombshell as a gun. And I think that of all the combiners, if Bombshell was going to team up with any of them, then it would probably be the Terracons. That to me makes a certain amount of sense. He looks good. He looks good as a gun. He actually does look really good as a gun. And Abominus looks good holding him. Now, here's the thing. Terracons, Insecticons, he's already got a subgroup. He's not going to stop being an Insecticon just because Abominus can hold him as a weapon. But nonetheless, this is really badass. So, a bombshell. So Jonas says, a bombshelliness. You know what? Jonah, I am going to finish this off on your behalf. So, that's 2 of those plus a very small glass, which we will not say what this size glass is called because there might be people that are under 21 on this live stream. Nonetheless, it kind of goes bang bang of honey apple juice. And so I've had 2 of those and 1 of those. I am really, really feeling stupid. So, nonetheless, we got Bombshell as a gun, but we need to show him as an insect because, I mean, honestly, that's what we're here to see. So we'll put Abominus down, and Abominus, don't do anything to my cats. So let's go ahead and do the changes to make him into a rhinoceros beetle. And it's not hard. His arms rotate around and kind of tuck underneath him. And then the same pegs that made barrels of guns also hold the arms together underneath the body, just like that. I'm kind of congested. I apologize for that, but I think I'm losing my voice. So, there we go. And then the shoulders can kind of rotate out. And look at that! Now see, this is a great looking bug. And notice they didn't put wheels on the feet. So, thank you, Hasbro. You didn't need to put wheels on the feet. His bug mode looks awesome. I ate something that looked a lot like this very recently, and it was terrible. But yeah, the colors are a little bit sharper. His yellows are more orange in this one. Let's go ahead and compare him to his Gen 1 counterpart. And so we will take the gun off and we will transform him. Which, you know, for the Gen 1 guys, transforming them doesn't take nearly as long. There we go. We got, you know. And look at that. Now, obviously, the shiny black and the translucent yellow, again, he's got the shiny bits, he's got shiny black plastic, he's got translucent yellow, he's got really bright yellow on his shoulders. Original Bombshell is a beautiful toy. More than just being a cool toy, he is a beautiful toy. And again, the colors on this one just don't pop as much. But that being said, it does look good. It looks really good. And, you know, his kind of snout thingy, you know, it's again that dull gray plastic. It's not as long, but it still looks decent. And, you know, and the legs are far better than the original legs. You know, the original Bombshell's insect legs, again, they put wheels on here because reasons. They don't look like bug legs. They're just, you know. But hey, I love this. Okay, I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying, you know, even the Gen 1s did some things that I'm like, eh? So this guy really looks like a bug. He really looks like a beetle. He just makes me hungry. And then we turn him into a robot mode, which is pretty easy. We'll flip the legs open, you know, his back opens to become the legs. We pull the arms out around the side. We open the head. We can kind of pivot this forward. And then we bend at the elbows because he has elbows, and rotate at the waist. And then you can also fold the legs back into, like the insect legs back into the to the robot legs and get them out of the way. And except that it kind of gets in the way of the knee joints. So if you want to get them into a dynamic pose, you kind of have to pull those out just a little bit, or at least the top one. And there we go. We've got Bombshell, and he looks great in robot mode. Let's go to the super close. So this is 2000. Did we say 14 Bombshell? No, Bombshell was 15. So this is 2015 Bombshell, and he really does look awesome. I really wish the chest opened. It does not, which is kind of sad. But other than that, the colors are stronger. They are better than Scrapnel, but still not quite as nice as his Gen 1 counterpart, which I will show side by side. So we've got original Bombshell here. Well, reissue Bombshell, but you know, it's the same toy. And we do that. So let's just look at these guys side by side, and we'll do it on the super close. And you know, they look great. I mean, they look great together. You know, obviously the original one is shinier, and he's got the translucent chest, which looks great. But the 2015 version is a really nice version, and I would say a suitable upgrade to the original. You know, the posability goes a long way. The improved bug mode is, yeah, I mean, it's a better design. It is a better design. It is cheaper manufacturing, but it is a better design. And that's a hard needle to thread. You know, obviously my heart is invested in this one. And looking at him, it really is just amazing to see him in all of his shiny glory. And I wish that I could make his parts as shiny and spiffy looking as these. But the design itself, he's got a lot more play value, and he really looks like a fantastic figure. So 2015 Bombshell is definitely worthy of the name Bombshell. Boy, I really wish I had some lard in this lid. I mean, you know, it's creasing my cranium. Anyway, so that brings us to Power of the Primes, which I believe was 2016, and we got Kickback. Yes, I know, we got Generations Kickback here a few years earlier, but now we've got Kickback. Power of the Primes. He actually has a little molded detail in here that allows a Power of the Primes figure to sit on him, but look at these translucent parts. They look great. And I know that we're not going to get the vacuum metallized parts that we had in Gen 1, but this is a great alternative. He looks sharp. Let's go to the super close. Look at that. Those wings are gorgeous. And look at that compartment there. And by the way, this opens. Look at that. Look, they made it open. See that, Hasbro? You can do it. You can make a chest compartment that opens and closes. Look at you guys. And then you still got the Decepticon symbol on there. I mean, and look, he's even got an abdomen now. And so he's got a head, a thorax, and an abdomen, all the parts of a grasshopper. He's got grasshoppery like legs. Look at these, you know, these are genuine robot insect legs without wheels on them. And then he's still got and look at this back leg, you know, it's got all these joints in it. It's very, very cool, very well done. This is a beautiful, beautiful toy. And yes, it's all plastic. It doesn't have the metal parts. But look, I can spread the wings out. And I can pose the legs like in dynamic poses. And I can point the antenna forward. I mean, in pretty much every way. And I'm reluctant to say this. Okay, I am. Because I want to say that this is always going to be the best version of Kickback. But I haven't even transformed this into robot mode yet, and I'm already saying this is the best version of Kickback. This is it. I love you, Gen 1 Kickback, and you set a high standard. I am not, you know, I'm not trying to take anything away from you. You are a 10, okay? Just so you understand, you're a 10. This is everything that you were except the chrome finish. And instead of chrome, we got translucent yellow. A really nice, bright, translucent yellow. And you know what? It looks freaking amazing. This is an excellent, excellent toy. And I kind of wish that they would release recolors of this one and recolors of this one done in exactly this style, except adding the opening chest compartment. Come on, Hasbro, give me opening chest compartments. You know you can do it. You know you can. So slight remolds done like this. This is gorgeous. We haven't even gotten to the robot mode, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. The insect legs pivot back like this, so they're gonna do that, and the wings are gonna go with them. And of course, we've got the grasshopper legs, and so these do something neat. They kind of fold up, and then the robot foot sticks out the front. So watch that again. See that? See how that goes? And then the little ends of the grasshopper legs go against the heel of the robot leg. And then that abdomen part, let's go ahead and put his robot legs out of the way. So that abdomen part is made up of his arms. So instead of just kind of hanging down by his sides, his arms actually transform into a part of the insect. And then you pull these around outside, and then you can pull the legs down just like this. And then you go like this. And now we're going to pull the grasshopper head down and put it against his back. And then we're going to fold the head up and rotate it around. And now we've got, and then you can do whatever you want with the wings. Now I kind of like having them. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna do this because, you know, Gen 1-y. I'm gonna have them kind of go out like this because I kind of always wanted them to be able to spread out a little bit. But nonetheless, I'm gonna put them up, and look at that. That's pretty cool. His arms are very thin. His forearms are very thin, but I like it. I think it's kind of dynamic. and it fits his identity as an insect robot. Let's go to the super close so that you can really see him. So, once again, his face is tiny, but it's still a very nice head sculpt. And then you can see the very thin biceps, which I think adds to sort of the creepiness. And then you look at the forearms, and they're a little bit wider, and that kind of works. And then he's got, once again, very thin thighs, but wider lower legs. And so, he looks cool. He just looks cool. And so, yeah, that is 2016 Power of the Primes kickback. And Hasbro, if you release a set of these with kickback here, and then bombshell, and this is bombshell and shrapnel together, all done using the same. Look, even the black plastic is shinier. So translucent yellow parts, shiny black plastic. Just recolor these guys and release them in a set. I'll buy it. You know what, everybody? I need you to move away from your screens. I know I haven't done this all night, but I need to talk to Hasbro. Hasbro, this is money, okay? I know you guys want money. So, just re-release these guys, done like this. You do a 3-pack, I'll buy this guy again. He doesn't even have to change. He's good the way he is. So just do these in this style as a set, and I'll buy the whole set. And I know you're going to charge more than I'm going to want to pay, but I'm going to pay it anyway because I'm a sucker. So, this is money in the bank. And you know what? There's a lot more suckers like me out there. I'm not alone. There's at least like a dozen people watching this live stream that might actually buy it also. And there's more people out there that also like Transformers. And so do this. Please.
We now return to the Transformers.
So, yeah. And that's it. Oh, Osaka Jack! Oh my gosh, Osaka Jack! You know what? Wait, here. I've got Bob Ross energy drink, positive energy for Osaka Jack. That toast is to you, Osaka Jack. So, that, Osaka Jack, I am sorry because we are wrapping things up. We've gone for pretty much 3 hours. I waited as long as I could. I'm sorry that you're just getting in at the tail end. I will say, wait here. Let me do this. Control C and then Control V. There's the link to the Lidlard commercial. I feel like that's worth watching. I might be wrong, but it makes Monica laugh every time I show it. So, but she's biased. She's admittedly biased. So, Osaka Jack, I do not have any of the deluxe Insecticons right now. That doesn't mean that we won't be getting some, and because let's face it, there's a lot more bug bots out there, And so I think that just like with the female Transformers, where we've had a couple of lady nights, we will have another insect night, another bug out night. And we will probably cover the deluxe Insecticons. And I'm sorry that we're not getting to them tonight. But you know what? There's room in the world for more live streams about Insecticons, because insects are cool. And unfortunately, if we do a live stream about insects, then that means I have to eat more of them. And that's another thing that you missed. You know what? I'm sorry on so many levels about the insects. So, that's it. We've gone through 3 hours. 3 hours, people! Oh my gosh! I mean, Jonah and Osaka Jack and Canadian Ranger, you've been here the whole time. And Joy and Kyoji. Oh my gosh, you guys are such troopers. I can't believe that you stick with me for this long, because I'm just not that interesting. But I really appreciate you guys signing on. Oh, Mazenfur! Mazenfur, did I even say hi to Mazenfur? Holy crap! Mazenfur, this one's for you. Mazenfur. Jonah, I said hi to Jonah. Okay, so, you know, so thank you so much for spending your Friday night with me. I really appreciate it. I had fun with this one. I mean, I had fun with everyone, but I was really looking forward to this one. So, thank you guys so much. You are the best. You are the absolute best. These things just wouldn't happen without you. So, thank you. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you next week.